Today we're going to do a bit of a fake photo. Now let's see what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing stuff like, you know how you get like some of these fake photos where you see people on top of a building and they're doing things like, you know, handstands and stuff like this, and you think, oh geez, that's crazy, that can't be real. Most of them aren't real. I'm going to show you how to fake one of these pictures to do that. So here we go. We're going to pick up these two photos. We've got a photo of a girl doing a handstand, and we've got a picture of the top of a building, basically. Now basically what we're going to be doing, we're going to get a picture of her, go right around her and the shadow part as well, get that as well. Copy that, go right around that with the magic wand tool. Now with the new image, I'm just going to check the image size. Let's see, the image size is quite small. I'm going to take the resolution. We're going to put the resolution, as you can see here. We're going to zoom out again. Now the resolution is going to be 300 dpi, and that's straight away it's enlarged the actual screen size of the actual image. So we're going to change that to a 1000. So that's a good size that we can work with. Okay, now we're going to post a picture of her. Now here we go. She's there. Okay, now she's not right with the sizes and everything else. We're going to put her in proportion now. So we're going to go to image transform, bring it down size. So that looks good. Now we've got her feet in there as well. So she looks quite small actually. When you look at it, it's going to make it a little bit bigger. Unfortunately, we're not going to get her feet in there, but anyway, you get the idea. Okay, so we're going to put her there so that where her hands are, they're roughly in the right position to where they should be on the actual platform there. Okay, now first of all what we're going to do, we're going to start getting the magic wand tool, or the selection tool, going to go right around. We won't go over the complete concrete and get rid of that because that can actually blend in with the current background that we've got. Now we're not going to go too close to her body, get around her hair there and get rid of that. Now what we're going to be doing, we're going to zoom in. Now what we're going to do here is time consuming. So what we're going to do, I'm not going to use the eraser tool, which I usually do for something like this. I'm just going to very quickly do it because we've got a video. We're just showing you the basics of how to do this, not a professional finish look. Okay, so we're just going to try and get this done as quickly as possible. So I'm just going to be really rough here, go right around the whole entire image and just remove complete background. That's what we want to do here. Now, as you can see with the layer section up on the top right here, I've selected this image, the image on top of her, so that's the one we're working with at the moment. Okay, so if I want to, I can go up to the layer itself and I can click on the left hand side of it, the eye, the picture of the eye, so you can see or not see. So there we go. So just get an idea of what we're working with here, the background, what it looks like. Otherwise we can go up to opacity at the top here on the right hand side, which is 100. Click on that and it's got a slider bar. And I can bring that down and see what happens to the image. The image actually goes down a bit in clarity and everything else, so it's a bit more transparent. Now I can see the background here, I can see where that line is. I'm just going to go like that around there and get rid of that. So at least I know where I should be cropping and where I shouldn't be cropping. So we're getting around it quite quickly now, which is a good thing. Getting through there. I should have used another image that didn't have so much detail in it to be cropped out. This is the slowest process of doing all this type of stuff, just going around the image and removing the background, everything else that's not wanted. So I'm not going to go too much detail here. I'm going to crop out here. With the hair, there's another technique you can use to remove hair. That's with the magic wand tool. I'll have to do that in another video. I'll have to show you how that's done. it's done with the Magic Wand tool, but they've actually got another part selection on the Magic Wand tool, and it's called Magic Selection Background, something along those lines. I can't really see it at this stage. I have to look at it before I tell you about it and read about it. Okay, so I'm making it have really skinny legs here. But anyway, we're getting there. You get the story anyway. Okay, so we're going to go right around, get rid of all this blue area. I can use just the Magic Wand tool itself. Select it, and that'll get rid of it. So there's little bits and pieces here that I'm not going to get to. I'm not going to really worry too much about that. Okay, so I'll zoom out. As you can see, it's not perfect. So let's back onto the image that we're working on. Go back to 68%, go up to 100%, and then we have her. Okay. Now the background looks good. It's all blurred. She's not blurred because that's what the focus is on. Generally speaking, when you take a photo. But if we use the Magic Eye tool there and get rid of that, you can see the whole image, even the blocks themselves, that's still blurred. So it's going to match her with the blurring. Go up to filter, come down to blur, and I'd say blur more, yeah, because it is blur a little bit, it's just a little percentage of it. That's a good blur, that's good. If I zoom in, that's about the same as the concrete that's already there. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to change the opacity, take it back down again, and I'm going to go around these edges here because I have to remove that section, and I'm going to do that with the eraser tool. Now the eraser tool, here it is here, go right around here, like that. I don't know if you can actually see what I'm doing, but anyway, it's a basic idea here. Okay, now there's another way you can do this too with this background. You can actually go into like the layer settings. Got normal, dissolve, darken. See if we go darken, half of it's disappearing because it gets rid of all the light colors. Whereas if you go to soft, it gets rid of all the dark. Multiply. So I see it's a transparent, you can see through. As I'm going through all these different ones, you can see what the difference is. So if I was just using the grey part where she's standing on, I could use one of these filters, and you know, you could see the background and everything else, and you wouldn't have to erase any bits and pieces. Color dodge looks pretty good. You know, all these ones look pretty good. Overlay, hard light is about the closest one I'd be using for something like this. So he's got the shadow. We want to keep our shadow in there to make it look real. Vivid light, you know, pin light. You get different diffuse. Excuse me. You've got all these different ones here. Soft light's the one I usually use for a lot of these things. But we're not going to do that today. What we're going to be doing is just going to go back to basics. So we're going to go back to the opacity, bring the opacity down. Now, what we're going to be doing here, we're going to get the eraser tool and make sure that we've got a nice, good, decent size. It's got a bit of hardness, not too much, and change the shape. So we're going to change the shape so it's the same angle as this. Start up here and just go right along. And let's see, it's getting rid of, I have to do that again because I made too much of a mistake. I took too much away. I don't want to take too much away because I want to keep the edge there. Okay, put the opacity back up again. And now just get rid of that section. A little piece on the back there. Now, with here, as you can see, I hit the eye tool again, see what's going on here. Now, the light has done this here with the brick wall. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to raise this top section here. You can do things like copy the background and then paste the background over your image that you're adding and just eliminate whatever needs to be eliminated. Now, okay, what we're going to do now, we're going to do the colouring. Now, this one's going to be a bit hard with the concrete. Well, first of all, I'm going to duplicate the layer because if I don't duplicate a layer and have an accident later on, we've got nothing to go back to. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to try and match up this concrete, all this area, so that it matches up. Now, there's a couple of different ways of doing that. Hue and saturation, go to master, cyans, take the saturation right down. That kind of gets a bit there. Lightness down. That's not really doing too much. Okay, saturation. So I'm going to go to master. Take the saturation, take that down. Okay, it's went to grey. We don't want that. No, we're not going to go ahead with that. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to go to brightness. We might make it brighter just to match. So it's going too far now. Contrast, so that's getting close. But what we're going to do, easier, because we haven't got much time here. I'm just going to go around and I'm going to erase all that area very quickly. I mean, when you've got time, you can go straight into something like this and you can just get rid of, so what I've done there is make it easier, just move that background that we're working on. This is very, very extremely rough and I'm going over bits and pieces here, like, you know, the shadows and all that type of stuff. I shouldn't be doing this, but you know, that's basically how it goes. This is a basic video on how to fake one of these photos. So it's only a basic thing. What I'm doing, we're actually working with the original file of the person that's going to be the subject. I'll zoom back out and there she is. She's just doing a handstand. Now I click on the background again. Now we're getting close to the real image. Minor tuning needs to be done. We get the blur tool and we just blur around her shadow a bit there more. Okay, now in between the fingers here and all that type of stuff, that would have to be fixed up obviously later on. Now, now she looks a bit too colourful and lively for the actual photo because the background is a very dull image. We can either do two things. The background, we can go watercolour. It brings up a bit of a colour difference. That's good, that's good. We'll try auto colour with her. Auto colour. Okay, and she's that's kind of matched it a bit. She's a bit too bright, exposure and all that type of stuff. So I might just take it down a bit. Yeah, that's better. We're getting there, getting there. I might just put that back up. Yeah, like that. That's fine. Now the colour is too much, so we're going to go to the hue and saturations. Go to the master settings and take that down. Take those down. Okay, so now we're pretty much what we want. Okay, now the only thing that's different that we've just mucked up on here is going to get a copy. We're going to sample the black area. We're going to go for a paintbrush here, nice and small and no hardness, soft, nice and soft. We're just going to go back along here. Okay, see that didn't work, it's too dark. We're going to go back along here and just fix up the shadow work. Now as it goes up to here, and it comes back and it goes like that again. Now I'm going to go down like this, kind of gets a bit more depth into there, and then I'm going to go down like this. Now what that's doing is actually giving us a bit more 3D of what's going on, the effect here. I'll go back into that and I'll just blur it because it's a little bit too sharp. So these are the basic ways of doing this, guys. Very basic way, but there you go. There's the girl, she's faked, and it looks like she actually is on top of the side of a building. I'm just going to go back into the back layer and put some more colour into it. Make it more vibrant actually, because she's got a lot of vibrance, the background doesn't, so make it a bit more. Yeah, that's better. Saturation, put that, yeah, a bit more. Yeah, there, that's better. Look at the colour on that. We've got colour, 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 colour. So the background's already blurred. We're just going to blur it once more. Then with her, we'll just blur her, blur more. There we go, guys. Now the only problem is I've just noticed another issue here. The shadows here. I might even just, I mean, you can do that later on yourselves if you're doing this. You're doing it professionally. Even though the photos will actually, you know, what I'm doing, I'm just going down in bits and pieces where the bricks are. It's gone down like that. Okay, I'll better do the same there. Okay. Alright guys, so that's how people usually fake these photos. Now if you what you can do, you can flatten the layer. Yeah, I'm going to flatten it. Go to auto color. It's going to give me that. You can even do things like make out that, you know, it's a realistic photo. I've just run up there with the camera, took this photo. Filter, blur, go to blur, go to motion blur. And what it's doing, it's actually going sideways on this one, which is really good. So if I hit blur, people look at this and they go, oh my God, that is real. That is real. No, it's not real. But, you know, just little bits and pieces like that. Because if you just left it straight up like that, people go, that's too perfect. It's like it's been photoshopped. Not everyone's going to take a photo perfectly with the camera and everything else. So if you wanted to fake it, make it a little bit more realistic and have a blur in there. So it's not a perfect image. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'll try another fake tutorial in the next video.